At this time, Kali betrayed the Lion King by mating with a rogue male lion outside and gave birth to 4 cubs. However, the rogue male lion did not want to take responsibility and abandoned the mother and cubs. Without the protection of a male lion, Kali was unable to raise the 4 cubs on her own. In desperation, Kali wanted to return to her original pride for shelter, but she could only return to her original pride. Kali can only take a risk and try. From a distance, Kaylee stopped, feeling guilty and unable to suppress her inner panic. The lionesses saw Kaylee and prepared to welcome this good sister, but the Lion King was not so easily fooled. He could easily tell if the cubs were his. The grassland on his head was a vivid green, which made the Lion King extremely angry. He now had to make Kaylee pay the price. To protect the cubs, Kari actively blocked the Lion King to give the children time to escape. Perhaps the Lion King still remembered their past and did not harm Kari, only banishing her from the pride forever. Now Kari's only retreat has been cut off, and in the end, Kari quietly bore it all. From then on, Kari could only lead the 4 cubs on her own. Even though the road ahead was full of uncertainties, Kari would do her utmost to raise the cubs. After all, no matter who their father was, the children were her own. However, the most pressing issue at the moment was food. Although prey can be seen everywhere on the grassland, without the help of the pride, hunting alone is undoubtedly very difficult and full of danger. However, to feed her cubs, Kali now has no choice but to go on the offensive. With her rich hunting experience, Kari selected a smaller-sized zebra. Before long, the prey was subdued, but on the perilous savanna, the final ownership of the prey is highly uncertain. As expected, the scent of fresh meat attracted other predators. Hyenas, who prefer to gain without effort, appeared. Kaylee knew that more hyenas would soon arrive, so she attempted to drag the prey away quickly. But she couldn't move the prey quickly by herself. Soon, the main forces of the wild dogs were in place. Having secured food with difficulty, Kari would not give up easily and proactively attacked the wild dogs. Even though she is isolated, Kari does not fear this pack of hunting dogs. Even if she cannot defeat them, escaping safely in the end is not a problem. It's just that if her cubs were discovered by the wild dogs, the consequences would be unimaginable. In the end, Kari had no choice but to reluctantly give up the prey, as her children's safety was the top priority. However, this means Kari and her children will go hungry again today. Perhaps at this moment, Kari has already realized the consequences of not having the protection of the group. But since it is the path she chose, she must keep going, even if she has to crawl. Hunting is not an easy task. Kali has not eaten for many days. Suddenly, a warthog not far away caught Kali's attention. The warthog also noticed the lion, but it did not immediately run away. Kali thought that catching this small prey should not be a big problem. So, Andong Hao started to take action again. Just when a life and death chase was expected, unexpectedly, the warthog suddenly stopped. Could it be that it wants to confront the lion head-on? The young lion cubs patiently waited for their mother to return victorious. Kari intended to find an opportunity through positioning, but unexpectedly, the warthog acted first. The actions of the warthog left Kali completely stunned, momentarily forgetting to counterattack and only focusing on evasion. Meanwhile, the warthog became more and more aggressive, launching several proactive attacks, forcing Kali to repeatedly retreat. In the end, Kari was chased away. It was really embarrassing. Without the pride as her backing, even the warthog dared to bully her. Perhaps at this moment, Kari already regrets her impulsiveness by leaving the pride. Kali hasn't had a full meal, which has nearly dried up her milk. If she can't catch prey, neither she nor her cubs will survive. Kari continued to roam with her cubs. Hunger left her with no preference for prey, and even if the target was the challenging zebra, Kari was unafraid. She had the young lions hide in the trees before beginning her move. Although Kali managed to silently approach the prey and caught the zebra successfully, with an empty stomach, she no longer had enough strength to bring it down. Just when the situation reached a stalemate, suddenly a figure leapt out and tackled the zebra. Not long after, they worked together to send the prey to its end, and the one who helped was actually Kelly's good sister, Sarah. Kelly didn't expect the two sisters to meet again, and that she would provide such great assistance. For Kali, this was undoubtedly a timely help. With the protection of two strong companions, the safety and food issues for the cubs will be secured. Now the two sisters need to find a sufficiently hidden nursery so the cubs can grow up safely. A hollow baobab tree seems to satisfy Kali. Suddenly, a commotion nearby catches Kali's attention. It turns out that not far away is Warthog Pumbaa's den. Enemies meeting face to face are especially enraged. Kali immediately wants to take revenge on the Warthog because a few days ago, it caused her to lose face. This time, the Warthog was still arrogant, even popping its head out to provoke Kaylee after going home. Uncle could tolerate it, but Aunt couldn't. Kaylee immediately decided to tear down the house to make it pay the price. Unexpectedly, after Kaylee dug for most of the day, the Warthog escaped from another hole. It seems that Kali lost to Oily Pig Pong Pong again, but Kali didn't chase after Oily Pig. Instead, she and her sister Sarah set their sights on a lone Kamamori. If it were just Kari, the chances of success might not be high, but now with her sister's involvement, tamam. Not long after, they successfully took down the zebra. Everything seemed to be improving. However, a significant crisis was quietly approaching. A male lion discovered the sisters, and the 6 cubs happily ran out at their mother's call, ready to eat. Recently, the little ones no longer need to worry about mistakes. It's just that when Kari and the others were having a feast, that lion reappeared. It turns out to be King Saf. Back when Kari was expelled, Saf was involved in it. The moment Kari saw Saf, she wondered if he was here to hunt the cubs. Kari still cannot determine Saf's true intentions now. But whether Saf is here for revenge or seeking to mate, her cubs would not escape death. Kari dare not hesitate, and immediately leads her sister and cubs to start fleeing. Saf was in hot pursuit. Fortunately, the prey from earlier attracted Saf's attention. No lion can resist the temptation of a feast. Kari looked at Saf behind her, her eyes filled with helplessness and worry. She did not know if Saf would continue to hunt her after he had his fill. Kali did not dare to stop, traveling continuously for 2 whole days trying to shake off Saf. She has already been punished and driven out of the pride, so now she can say she has settled her resentment. Moreover, she is cooperating well with her sister now. It's just that no one expected that Lion King Safu still refused to give up and eventually caught up with Kari. It seems that the green hat on his head made Safu very angry. There's no choice. Kali cannot afford to rest and can only keep running. But continuing like this is not a solution. Once caught by the Lion King, her cubs will be killed.